ahead and get this good old recording going. And here we go. Man, I am so proud of me, y'all. I am so proud of me. I keep improving on how to work this Zoom. Man, y'all understand, like, this is like a major, major accomplishment for me, man. I've been taking everybody critique. I've been taking everybody's suggestion, right? From last week was our first week to this being our second week. And we just keep improving. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about improvement. Each one teach one, iron sharpen iron. And one thing I said I would not do when I started this generational wealth conversation is wait to be perfect, right? Listen, if you try to wait for the sun, moon, and stars to line up with anything in life, you'll never start. It'll never happen, right? And so what I decided to do was I wasn't going to wait to be perfect. I was going to start it as ragged as it is. It's just me raw, just put together, no slides, a one-pager, and we rocked it out, man. We had a lot of people that was inspired last week. We had a lot of people that grew with us. Our organization still grew, right? We still put a lot of people in the business. I heard across the company, a lot of people chiming in and giving me text messages and phone calls, and I appreciate the homage, man, because I do this for the people, right? We do this for us to be able to grow. I know there's a lot of other calls going on across the company, man, and I appreciate you all, gravitating and, rocking with me so we can continue to build up our businesses together. I really, really appreciate that because it's something God put on my heart to do, to serve, right? So I came here, and you guys know my story. I came here to serve, to help put leadership inside the company, that we can lead this great company, right, to the next highest height. Please check your emails. There was some great announcement that just dropped to the company, man. I am so excited about the new things that Tradera is doing, man. We just keep improving every single week. Every single week, Cody and Easton is working, man, like that duck that look nice and cool on the top of the water, but they feet working in overtime. Man, these guys is putting together from the leadership meeting. Thank you for everybody's on the leadership team, Prince and above, and, King and above, or whatever. After a while, it's going to be Emperors and above, right? And y'all continue to work hard to put the suggestions in the box, right? And these guys are taking into consideration. It shows us we're in the right place, teammates. It shows us that we're in a place that we are appreciated, we are loved, we are respected, and they continue to make the field better, right? So those out here on the front line, and we serve into all these communities, and we pumped up and we're fired up, and there's nothing better than the feeling of that. If you got an issue, you got a concern, that the company is honoring that and helping you to make it better, man. We worked in jobs and places who didn't give a crap, you understand what I'm saying, about what we felt. If we didn't like it, if we like it, they just roll with it, and you just better show up, right, and get your check, right? You're going to get fired, like we talked about at 4 o'clock, man. You're going to get written up, you're going to get fired, right? But these guys keep improving, man. So, again, I say it on every call, and I'm going to keep saying it because, I've had, that privilege, as some of you all had, to sit down with Cody and Easton one-on-one, great down-to-earth guys, and put together a great concept. And as a leader, man, you just want to be in places where your voice is heard, where you're taken seriously, because when you're on the front line and you working hard for the company and for your family to be able to make a difference, it's a partnership, man. Like I say, for the people, by the people, right? And partnership with Tradera. Like, we don't work for Tradera, we're in partnership. Cody and Easton are our partners. So I just want to say that, check your email, look at that, man. That's crazy, some good stuff going on right there. I ain't gonna put it all out there. I'm gonna let you go check it because we are in business. And so this is a great space, right? So again, your boy Agent Dynamite Sloan, we back in action. 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock call was amazing. I'll put that out there. The 7 o'clock call, again, is always one of my favorite because everybody who gets off of work get a chance to come in, relax, get the kids situated. Like that baby just say, Daddy, you leaving? I'm going with you, right? Like, and that you get in that family zone and we can talk family. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk generational wealth, right? I started this call just to be able to help put information out there to the people about how we can grow our lives by changing our mindset, because I believe that we are put together, all of us, from the habits, right, that we have taken on through our lives, from the habits that we've picked up over time, and we've been conditioned a certain way. And so the charge that's on my heart to do is to give everything I have from my personal development, from my studies, into you to help some of you that's trying to transition out of your jobs or firing your boss or, just stretching your income or add more streams of income into it, to understand that it's possible. We got a lot of examples in Tradera of showing that it's possible and how generational wealth could be put together. Me, my background being sports, my background being leadership, I incorporate everything from a competition standpoint of how to work on yourself, right? You know, working in you, I believe the biggest fight is from within, right? So we can conquer the inner, the outer becomes easy, right? And so this is why the personal development of who we are as people is key, right? And so for those who have not heard my story, I never could take for granted that everybody over here knows my story because there's an opportunity call. So it's not that I just want to keep repeating it, right? For those who've already heard it, but we have to be fair to the people who took time to hear it for the first time. So again, my name is Adrian Dynamite Sloan, originally from Newark, New Jersey. Grew up in Newark and then migrated to North Carolina, raised in North Carolina by my mother. For my father, that was a boxer in Jersey, wrote in the Star Legend. So my sister from Elizabeth, understand the Star Legend. In that space, my father did that for years. He was trained to do observation, right? He would write articles. He would go watch baseball players, basketball players, tennis players. He taught my older brother how to play tennis. He later got a scholarship to Southern Cal and went over there to Denmark to do physical therapy, which he's been there for 34 years, right? So I came up in the sports background. When my father passed, I moved to North Carolina. In that space, grew up again playing sports, got a scholarship, was the #6 hurdler in the country, my rising senior year, #6 in the nation in the 400-meter hurdle. So I bet you can't beat me in running. I bet you, right? The boy 35 and still can go, right? So I've been training my entire life, right? Staying conditioned in my entire life. And so that was kind of my claim to fame. I felt like I was going to go to college and run for St. Augustine, one of the best institutions for track and field in the country. And then I got in trouble. And then wasn't able to complete my journey in college. I had to come out of there, go to the community college, and then pick up my degree that way. And so, you know, my family always told me, don't quit, don't give up, right? So if anybody's on this call, we understand life is going to give us what it's going to give us, but you got to fight. And I just feel like that conditioning that was putting me never to give up is what's paid off to get me this far, right? So me understanding that and being in a position where I had to work on me, I think that's why a lot of personal development came into my life. And I understood how to seek out mentors. So what I love about business opportunities, especially in network marketing, because you get a chance to be around great leaders that come from different backgrounds. Everybody got a story, but everybody on this call is hungry, right? We got 50 people on this call hungry for our opportunity. 50 people on this call is trying to better their lives, right? It's millions of people, billions of people in the world, right? And we got 50 people on this call that have congregated together to say, listen, I want to get better. I want to improve. And so that was my story, right? I had to learn. So I seeked out mentors that were in business, that was teaching business, that didn't mind teaching the little kid from the projects, learning how to do better, right? And so me coming up in that middle America squeeze that I always tell you all the time, my mother made too much money not to get government assistance, right? But not enough money to be wealthy, right? So we had to learn how to make extra money. So I was that kid that played AAU ball and traveled around the country, went to Disney World, played ball a lot down there with a lot of guys that went D1, went to the league. And we learned, right, how to go hard. So because I wanted to be in a position that I could really make a difference, and my mother didn't have a lot of money, so I learned how to do entrepreneur stuff. I started selling candy, lollipops, started picking up extra work, washing dishes, and I wanted to make my own money, right? I want to put myself in a position. So as I grew my skill set, being around different people in business who kept teaching me and leading me in a direction, man, you know, leaders are readers. Sloan, you got to read, personal development. And I went through a series of different network marketing companies, Legal Shield, Prepaid Legal, the whole 9 yards, all that deal. And I traveled and I worked on me. And I really feel like this is why I always start my call with mindset, because I really realized throughout my life and my journey, whether I was up high or in the valley lows, what I put in me got me out of things, right? And so I really feel like what's in our mind, right, is what's going to be in our pocket, and the knowledge that we have give us experience to be overcome some stuff, right? And so to be in a position now where by the time I got through college, again, I was making $50,000 a year when I was in college, right? Because I learned how to make more income when I was a district manager for Family Dollar, the youngest DM in the East Coast, in New York to Florida. Didn't even have a 4-year degree, right? But I learned skill set. And that's why I always tell people, get with a mentor, get with people that's actually doing it, right? And then pattern that. Like business is a copycat business. So you learn how to copy the right cats, right? If you learn how to copy the right cats, then you can look at the pattern. Mark Twain says something. He said, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. You follow me? History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And so you want to be around people who have a good rhythm for success. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you feel like that's important, right? That's something you want to do. Be around people who have a pattern of success, right? No matter if they was making a lot of money or broke at the time. Because remember, broke is temporary, but poor is a mindset. You know what I'm saying? We could be broke, right? That's temporary, right? But poor is a mindset, right? So you don't want to be poor, right? We all may feel broke, right? But you don't want to be poor. that's a total different situation, right? Passing over opportunities repeatedly, that's how people become poor. So being around mentors, developing, conditioning, put me in a space where I was able to do better for myself as a young man, right? And grow my career. And I began to open up a lot of businesses. I own a fragrance store, I own a lawn care business, right? I did insurance and investments. I made $3.5 million for, I made $1 million in 3.5, 4 years doing insurance and investments. A lot of accolades, taught a lot of people how to make six figures, or spoke on stages with 10,000 people in the audience, right? And spaces, to be honest with you, that if it wasn't for, guys that know my life, man, I wouldn't been able to do, because some of those spaces, right, I had to hit a higher income mark to do, but I was appointed. Like Diane's on this call, my sister, she know, right? In Atlanta, I've spoken at some large African-American leadership conferences that I was appointed by the conference. And so when you look at that and say, Sloan, what does that have to do with everything? My whole goal to convey to y'all is that you never give up in life. You always fall hard, fight hard, go for what you know, man. Keep your head down, stay humble, stay hungry, right? But you always got to work on you. You always got to put yourself around position of winners, right? Who see more in you. You follow what I'm saying, that you may see in yourself sometimes. So if your circle is not stretching you, you follow me, you got the wrong circle, right? If your team is not pushing you, then you got the wrong team, right? I never want to be a big fish in a little pond. I like walking in the room and feeling like a nobody. Like, I like that feeling. That make me hungry, because I know I am somebody. But if I walk in the room and I don't feel like I'm a somebody, then I'm saying, yeah, it's time to grow. So if there's a new business opportunity for you and you've wanted other places, you follow what I'm saying, but you got a new playing ground right here. You got a new field that you got to prove to yourself again, because you don't have to prove nothing to anybody. But I believe we have to prove something to ourselves, family. You know what I'm saying? We have to prove something to ourselves, right? Our children is looking at us. Our family is looking at us, right? Our coworkers, like, you keep saying you're going to quit this job. You keep saying you're going to leave here, but you keep showing up every Monday. You're leaving on Friday, right? Clocking out, coming back on Monday, right? We got to prove something to yourself sometimes. Do you believe that? Do you feel like you got something to prove to yourself? So I feel like getting yourself in positions where people can pour into you and stretch you and grow you is the only way that you're going to be able to hit them benchmarks, right? So we all got things that we're not good at, but what I love about businesses as well is that we can get around people that's good at different things. I got so many amazing leaders, thank God, around me every single day who pour into me that I don't get sensitive about, that I'm the leader, I join first. Nah, I got business partners. This is my family. These are my friends who want what's good for me. They don't want me to be embarrassed out here doing something wrong. And I take that accountability. And I hope you guys do the same thing, because I believe that's a part of your maturity, right? To be able to build wealth inside of your family, you have to grow up and have a level of maturity to be able to receive a level of income, right? I feel like when you grow up, your income catch up, right? So if you had a plateau of income, if you had a plateau of growth, a big part of that may be you got some more growing to do. You understand what I'm saying? It may just be you got some more growing to do. And then you got to get to a point that you're okay with that. Like right now, I'm going through a growth spurt right now. You're witnessing me going through another growth spurt in my life, and I'm okay with that. You follow me? So you have to be okay with where you are and where we're going, right? Because that's a big part of life, maturity, business, success. If you're going to pass down generational wealth, man, the biggest thing you always hear me say, you got to pass down knowledge. So I read a quote earlier. I usually don't repeat quotes twice. Y'all know I usually give a different quote. But this one particular quote today was powerful. And I really want to read this one again, because this one was the real deal. Now check this out. It says that the philosophy of the rich and the poor is this: the rich invest their money and spend what's left. The poor spend their money and invest what is left. I'm gonna read that one more time, right? And this is coming from Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, right? This is some Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. This is the first book I read at 18 when I started to work on myself and develop myself to understand that the poor dad was the one that was bought into the whole society, like we are here in America. Go to school, get education, get a good job. And he ended up being a governor of Hawaii with all these plaques and trophies, but he retired broke. Right. So his son seeing this, right, and his that was the poor dad, and his rich dad, right, was one that was an average student, understanding that deal. And it was a part of the book that Robert Kiyosaki talked about. It's called Mind Your Own Business. You follow me? Put that in the chat. Mind your own business. See, this is what we're going to talk about tonight, y'all. We're going to talk about how we can mind our own business. See, at the end of the day, everybody has a business to mind, right? And that mind is your goals and dreams, right? You have to learn how to mind your own business. There's another chapter in the book where Robert talks about how to work for free. You follow me? And say, man, I don't want to work for free. Like, listen, working for free helped me build $1 million trucking company, right? Because at 6 in the morning, I should drive 45 minutes out to work on the dock, right, with the lower workers in, and I was already making $100,000 a year, right, man? You know, but I didn't care about that. I was working on a dock with the laborers on a truck yard 3 days out of the week from 6 a.m. in the morning to 7:30 in the morning because I wanted to learn a skill set. I worked for free. You follow me? So that's a powerful place to be in your life when you learn how to work for free. And what does that mean? You're not working for money, you're working for a skill set. You follow what I'm saying? You're looking for a skill set. So number one thing is learn how to mind your own business. You follow me? So I'm going to teach you today how you can join the Tradera business opportunity and learn how to mind your own business. The second thing I'm going to teach you how to do is learn how to work for free, which means, do we make a lot of money in Tradera? Absolutely we do, right? But you have to work to learn a skill set so you have the knowledge that you can feed yourself forever. And then this is why I feel like jobs cripple a lot of people, because you're working and you're getting this check, you're working and getting a check, but your brain is not stretched. Stretching, you're becoming a data processor, right? So anytime you're a data processor, right, in that space, you don't have to use any creativity. You see what I'm saying? You don't really have to stretch, right? What I love about being a business owner is that we have to use a level of creativity, a level of tenacity, a level of fortitude that you have to stretch. You follow me? And so the Tradera business opportunity is one that's about the foreign exchange, where we learn how to make money out of the market with a software that these young gentlemen that I'm so proud of have put together. And I'm excited for what they're doing for us, because it's teaching our people a skill set that if you're scared of computers, if you're scared of technology, if you're a person that you never learned about foreign exchange like me, it could take your life to another level because it's going to stretch you. And then we have the opportunity, right, and to help other people, which means in order to help people, you got to grow first. See, that's what I love about leadership. In order for you to help other people, you have to grow first. You can't grow people if you don't grow first. You understand what I'm saying? If you think that's true, just put facts in the chat, right? You have to grow first. You follow me? You can't feel like you're going to be an amazing coach to people, but you still staying at the same level. That doesn't even make sense. You got to grow yourself first, right? So I'm going to show you based on how we can grow together on this journey, and we're going to build millions of dollars in our community. We're going to build a lot of people that's going to be able to pay all their bills on Tradera's dime. They won't build a lot of people that's going to be able to get a skill set that they can use from their cell phone to be able to take care of their families. And I want you to take what I'm about to tell you, teammates, and please, man, please, sir, teach this to your children, because generational wealth is about transferring information. Transferring information, transferring skill set, and what this is all about. It doesn't take me but a couple of minutes to go through these slides, but once you get out of here, I want you to understand what I said, right? Understand the core of it is that the rich, right, they're going to invest first, right? So you have to get a mindset that you got to invest into yourself first and then spend what's left. Nothing about Tradera is you spending money. You're not spending anything. All of this is an investment for yourself. So let me ask you a question before I get started, right? Before we dive in, please put this in the chat. If you feel like you're worth it, yes or no, to invest in yourself. Do you feel like you taking time to invest in yourself is worth it? Yes or no? If it's hard, if it's difficult, if you have a challenge learning the software, if you have a challenge, you know what I mean, learning this new language you about to learn called money, is it worth it, right? Do you feel like your family goals and dreams is worth it? Put yes, sir. I want to hear from you. I'm going to read the chats. I want to hear who says that is worth it, because anything in life worth having, you got to work for. You follow me? It ain't always going to be easy. Ain't nobody trying to roll it out for you and give you this, you know, sprinkle sugar on it and make it sweet for you. Now, I'm going to give you the real. Sometimes it's going to be hard, but is it worth it? It's not about if it's hard, is it worth it? When you wake up in the morning, you got extra income that can pay your bills, is it worth it? Guys, I want you to understand it's worth it, right? So let's go through this opportunity and let's talk about how we can go through generational wealth. Man, I'm fired up, man. I hope y'all with me, man. We're going to run through this thing today. Let's make this deal make sense. So these are these gentlemen that I'm discussing right now who put up these great alerts for us. Cody Sell and Easton Harris did an amazing job building the Tradera platform, right? They revolutionized the industry. Some young millennium gentlemen, right? They 100% debt free, man. They built this company out of their pocket. These guys are 6-figure and 7-figure figure traders that learned money and beginning to teach it to other people. They were doing consulting for people, right? And decided to build a company, a platform that we call it now in the trade era, right? Tradera, to be able to bless people to understand money, a language that a lot of people don't know. And I'm so excited for them. The whole vision of this deal is about integrity. See, I don't care about how much money we make. We got to have good integrity, right? You feel like that's true, right? You got to have good integrity, right? But they say, what's done the dark gonna come to night, or what's gonna come to light, right? So we want to build everything on integrity, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna stand. See, I believe Tradera is gonna have a long life on the earth of business because of how it was built. So, you know, these guys have put their blood, sweat, and tears in building something that's can stick around, that people can appreciate, right? And it's revolutionizing the industry. They took network marketing and they took the Forex and exchange market and put them together. Guys, do you understand that these guys had no knowledge and no desire at first to even build the referral program? They only wanted to teach information. So what is Tradera? Tradera is nothing more but an online academy that you can enroll yourself, just like a college, right, to be able to learn a skill set in the trade. So you're not paying money to learn, you're investing into yourself to get some education. If you're not familiar with Forex, let me explain to you what it is. It's a $7 trillion market, right, with eight major currency pairs. So it's nothing more so if you're traveling out of the country, how countries exchange currency with each other, that's called a pair, right? So like you see in the illustration below, if you have this Europe and USD, right, which is the US, if we're going to go to Europe, France, Italy, anything like that, we have the exchange, the euro for USD, depends on what's going on in the economy. If something is in war or something, industry is booming, as an announcement and a tweet that goes out, a lot of that stuff changes the currency rate. So what we have the opportunity to do is, from our cell phones again, be able to get alerts and tips to see what's going on, and we actually can monetize that. I think that's powerful, that we can monetize anything that's going on between companies, between countries, and be in a position to make money on it. So what we teach you how to do is get in position to do that, right? It's the largest market out here in the world, 20 times larger than the U.S. stock market, right? And it is open 24 hours. So again, for my people that's getting off of work, thank you so much for tuning in with us. But this market is open 24 hours, 5 days a week, right? And so because it's a global economy, this is an opportunity for you to be able to fire your job, right? I say that all the time. That third 8 of the day, you got 3 8s, right? The first 8 from midnight to 8 o'clock, right? You typically sleep, right? You go to work at 7, 8 o'clock. You're working, right, to 3, 4 o'clock, right? That's that work hour. And then from 4 or 5 o'clock to midnight again, right? You get your family together, getting your clothes on. I remember as a kid, my mother used to have me on her uniform. She was in nursing. That's how I made my little side hustle. She would on the uniforms at night, give me my little $2, $3 per uniform, right? And I'm ready to go for the next day, right? This was a routine. The third 8, my mother was preparing for the first 8, you know what I mean? And going to the second 8 for survival. You follow me? But what I'm here to tell you, like, you have to get yourself prepared. If you have a job right now, you got to use your third 8 for grind. So you just can't keep using the third 8 to prepare to perpetuate the cycle of a place that you don't even want to be in the first place. You got to use that third 8 to grind. And this is what I challenge you to do. I challenge you to make more money after work than you do while you at work. This is my challenge to you. See, write that down. Your challenge is to learn how to make more money outside of work, right, than you do at work. Because what happens over there, your swag get a little different. You know what I mean? You go through the job and your attitude's a little different when you're making more money outside, because you don't need them no more. Number one, you need that for your self-esteem. Number two, you need it so you can replace the income. See, one of the number one rules of money, and I'm gonna give you this, right, but is you need to save 6 months of living expenses, right? So 6 months of living expenses is a true emergency income, right? If anything happened, you can live for 6 months. See, what I believe you could do with a Tradera opportunity, you can use this opportunity after work, and you can collapse time frames. It ain't gonna take you 8 hours to make $100. We got people making $50, $150 an hour, 30 minutes who got jobs who ain't even making it at their job in 8 hours. You can make this money after work, save it, replace your income, you follow me, and be able to walk away from your job and really take your business to the next level. We gotta be able to understand the third 8 is a grind 8, not just a reset 8. What we do in the Tradera opportunity, guys, we have 4 major things that we do for every person that joins us in business, right? You get the opportunity to come inside of our trade academy, right? For coaches, right, that's out here, man, we understand that at the end of the day, we all need a coach to be successful in business. Everybody need a coach, right? LeBron just got another championship, but LeBron got a coach. LeBron don't call all the plays. They give him a lot of flexibility, but he has a coach that's drawing out the X's and O's, right? This is the game, right, of life. Everything has structure to it. So within the Tradera Academy, a person get an opportunity to log in, get the academy with terminology, the breakdown, the understanding of what this is, right? And move their life forward of knowledge and understanding. For $99 a month, you get a whole academy, guys. You can't go to no college for $99 a month. My daughter private school is $10,000, right? And that's an investment. That's not a payment. That's an investment into her life, because I wanted her to be able to get the best education. She got 3 more years. She a sophomore now. I want to give her everything she needs right before she get these scholarship offers to see where she gonna go play ball at. We have to invest where we need to go to be able to get what we need, right? We get trade alerts, right? You get an opportunity to get 2 to 3 trade alerts every single day that's gonna come to your phone. Guys, that's powerful. I could be sitting here, you know, I was at a restaurant and I started getting trade alerts yesterday. I'm like, oh man, that's what's up. I was at the house, right? I was at the house playing with my son and I got some trade alerts, right? I'm moving, I'm at the barbershop, I'm getting trade alerts. See, how powerful is that? That if you got a broker that's going to be able to text you some trade alerts, right? And Mac did it the other day. One of the girls in my organization, she made $150, right, in an hour, and she's a school teacher using trade alerts. Man, that's powerful, man. To be able to get that no matter where you are. See, what I believe you got to do in business, you have to learn how to collapse time frames, y'all. We got to learn how to make more money in less time so we can have more time to make more memories. We got to make more money in less time, right? So we can have more time to make more memories, right? It's not all about the money, but what's the memories, right? The trade alerts is going to help you buy back some time. You get some live trading sessions. So as you increasing through the trade alerts, you get the opportunity to get in, like Chi was on earlier, one of our traders, you get an opportunity to get in a live session and get to work. They're going to show you exactly what you need to be doing. There's no guesswork involved. He's going to show you the market, how the market is moving. You need to feel that anxiety of what's going on. So you have to learn how to make good decisions on the go. I coach my daughter all the time. It's one thing to shoot ball outside. We were shooting the day after the first call, and we were shooting a couple of times, and she in a good rhythm, right? But then I tell her, like, the way you shooting now, the way you shooting the game is going to be totally different because your anxiety is up a little bit, right? So that's what I take the live trading session to be. It's just like the real game. It is the real game. Guys, we are giving you an opportunity to get in the game with good coaches and teach you how to make good decisions. Everything in business is about making good decisions. We're going to teach you how to do that. Are we always going to be correct or accurate? No, that's just life, right? But the reality of it is that we've learned more in life from when we've lost and when we won. I'm so grateful that there's a 70-30 opportunity here that our trailers based on 12 months of documentation, if we're more right, well, right 7 times, only been wrong 3. So if we got a 7 out of 10 time opportunity to be right, is that valuable? Is that good? The United States stock market is only 68.32, so that's still 70-30. We're right where we need to be. Trade strategies are available. So once you go through these modules, guys, and you get an opportunity to learn how this works, what you'll be able to do is start doing strategies on your own. And that's when you're going to go to the next level. That's when you got it, when you can start doing strategies on your own. So we learn, we trade, guys, we earn, we prosper, we're going to do it all together. And that's why I love our calls every single day, because we get a chance to come together as a team and improve, right? So we got 3 different tiers in our academy: as a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So no matter where you are when you come in, we got something for you. Professional traders, Chi, like I just said, he was on earlier, him and his lovely wife on Sundays and Wednesdays. You could chime in and give a live session. If you're a part of my organization, you know, we have another session that some of my guys do. They're doing an amazing job. They're helping a lot of local people, man. People who just, you know, work at doctor offices, man. You know, people that just, you know, do mental health, people that just work at banks, you know what I'm saying? Like people running daycares. They're learning how to make hundreds of dollars from their cell phones. Guys, that's valuable. And this is what we try to do for our family and our friends. We just try to invite you into a space, not to convince you, not to persuade you, but to say, hey, listen, we winning over here. We found something that's working for us. And if you want to make some extra money from your family, right, and we're going to show you how to minimize your risk, let's go for it. Life is about making decisions, right? We don't have to worry about losing. Let's worry about what we gaining and what we can get done. It was a quote in here I want to share with you. Listen, Robert Kiyosaki said this: excuses cost a dime. That's why the poor could afford a lot of them. Yeah, that's crazy. He said that excuses cost a dime, and that's why the poor could afford a lot of it, right? So again, passing over opportunities repeatedly, somebody be like, man, I don't want to do that. That's too hard, man. I work at a daycare, man. I'm a barber, man. I can't do that. Man, my man, guy Sean's a barber right now. He's on his way right now to a $250,000 earner. Guy be at a $200,000 in income. You know what I'm saying? He'll be at $20,000 a month, you know, $250,000 in income in the next 30 to 45 days. Guys, come on, man. It doesn't matter what you don't know. You can't pass over opportunities repeatedly. You can't give excuses, right? He said that's the excuses are a dime. right? That's why the poor can afford them, right? Guys, if you are serious about taking your life to the next level, you can't afford to make excuses, right? You don't have time in your life to make excuses. Do you feel me there? We're getting older, so we can't make excuses, right? Clyde didn't make excuses. Clyde came from the military. Clyde wasn't a professional trader, but he is now. He taught himself, he learned, he got enrolled inside the academies. And Clyde right now, you can see right there in the blue, made $12,000 that day. That's why he had to kind of block it out right there. But we can add up the numbers. That's around 12 grand. On top of that, Clyde himself has a business, right, that's paying him $60,000, probably more now, a year, right, just because he invested $99 and got a position. See, what I love about this slide, for some of us on this call, they say, listen, I just want to be a trader. Hey, I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But hey, look, Clyde did more than just trade. See, what happens of it is you have to get back in position, y'all. See, what Clyde did, he took equity position in an opportunity, and guess what he did? He has right now 2 or 3 people that make 100,000 under him, 3 or 4 people that make 50,000 in this organization. A lot of people making 20,000, a lot of people making 10,000, right? But guess what? Clyde loves the trade. You follow me? He loves the trade, and because he took an equity position and he did what he loved to do, he got a benefit of both. So don't you ever feel like you really have to choose. You don't have to choose. You just got to get in position. Because whatever God's going to bring to your business, what's going to happen anyway, right? Let's just make sure you get in position and you don't take that dime and make excuses with it, right? So we teach you how to buy and sell in the market. This is the illustration about compound interest, how you can put your money in accounts. Very, very simple. We teach you a lot of assessment, which is showing you how to take risks, right? Because you got to take risks. There's nothing wrong with that. We can show you how to take risks with the compound interest over time. 14 flips, this illustration show how Albert Einstein always talked about compound interest. Either it works for you or against you. Went from $150 to 1.2 million. It's major. Look at all these benefits, family. Education, training sessions, all for $99. If you feel like it's worth it, put worth it in the chat. If you're a brand new person, right, and you're a brand new person, it's your first time seeing this, if you feel like you could do this, just say, I can do it. You follow me? Put that in the chat right now, right? Make that decision, that atonement that you can do it. Because if we're going to hold your hand and guide you through and coach you to give you a skill set, listen, you can't go wrong. I'm going to show you something even better, how we can get your membership waived. If you're a person that say, well, $99, that's a lot, I understand. If $99 is a lot, you really need to do it. If you're working every day, and no shade, no disrespect, but if you're working every day and $99, you got to say, I got to wait till my next payday. Come on, guys. That's not a good decision. You follow me? So that means what we're doing every day gets got us in survival, and we trying to get the legacy. See, write that down. See, we got to get in a position out of survival, and we got to start talking legacy. And the only way to get to legacy, you got to start making legacy decisions and legacy moves. You got to start thinking kingdom and bigger. You can't just be thinking local, right? We can't just be thinking local, regional. You know, we got to start thinking bigger, right? So you got to get yourself in a position that you walk like it, talk like it, and act like it. Stop allowing your current circumstances to hold you back from where you really need to be going. $99 should not be stopping you from building your empire. It shouldn't. If that's the issue, let's figure it out. You still need to sow that seed and make that sacrifice. And what we're going to do is we're going to help 3 people get in your organization, and we're going to get you a free membership. So you ain't got to worry about it, right? I love this opportunity because it takes away all the excuses of everybody of why you can't do it. The company say, listen, as long as you're willing to invest $99 into yourself, because you got to put some skin in the game, then make sure you're serious. That's everything in life. We got to make sure you're serious. If you're serious, all of our leaders are committed to working with every person that's serious about going to the next level. We got systems set up. We got a hyper launch program put together. We take you through the program really, really quickly. We hold your hand and we'll guide you through and help you get your enrollment, get your free education. We're going to help you get your referral bonus at $500 to $1,000 in your first 24 to 72 hours and put you in a position where now the $99 is not even a conversation. It's not even nothing for you to worry about because you're in profit. Man, do you feel like that's powerful? Put that in the chat because that's what we're going to do. We're doing this for people every single day, and we're not going to stop doing it. When you join our opportunity, you get 2 different income streams. So what we always know is that to be a millionaire, you need 7 streams of income. You got to have it. You got to have it. But to be able in a place where you can join our opportunity and you can get 2 extra streams of income immediately, to me is beautiful. Because again, you can start making Forex money every day from your phone, and you can start making a residual income for building an organization. You get both sides of the opportunity when you join Tradera. We don't force you to do neither one. You follow me? Both of these are available. We just show you how to be smart and make good decisions to be able to get both benefits. That's all. This is what I was referring to earlier. You put 3 people in the organization with you. You pay an extra $15 for our referral bonus. Your $99 is now waived. Fairy dust. It's gone. You ain't got to worry about it. Every 28 days, when the cycle comes around, You ain't got to worry about it. You're in position right now, God. We just bless the family, right? And all you got to do is you help your three do the same thing, right? It's called teamwork. You help your three get three, and everybody get a free education. That's true generational wealth. That is true economic empowerment, right? We always talk about Black Wall Street, and that's great. But if it's people helping people, I don't give you black, blue, or purple. Let people help people. You understand what I'm saying? Let people help people, because at the end of the day, we have to grow based on teamwork, right? So 3 people coming into the business, right? You see all the way down from getting a free membership down to $1 million a month, $250,000 a week comes from you helping 3 people, right? And we always say, because we know Reagan is a real dear person to our organization, Reagan referred 4 people to Tradera, right? She's the only person I heard say this story, and that's why it always sticks in my mind. She referred 4 people to the opportunity, and 6 weeks went to $20,000 in income. That is crazy. You follow me? That is crazy. Do you realize that's the top 2% of America? So in 6 weeks, she put herself in a position to have 5 times more than the national average income. The national average income is $57,000 a year with a 4-year degree. She went to $250,000 in income in 6 weeks in this compensation program for referring 4 people. Man, just put crazy in the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. That is crazy. That's even mind-blowing even to say out loud that that's what happened. It's because our business is not based on recruiting. That's the blessing. See, if you're a person, you don't got that kind of personality, you're a person that don't have that kind of personality of, you want to talk to a lot of people, you're an introvert, you don't have to do that, right? You can refer 3 people and help them do what you did. Get a free education. And if you're a true person who love on people and you really want to make an impact, I believe you're the type of person that's going to win the most. When you can think about other people more than you think about yourself, you're the type of person that's going to win the most. When I came into the business, all I did was refer my friends and family and say, listen, this is another opportunity we all can win with. And that's what happened. And anything else to it. That's what happened. My friends and everybody that I asked to come with me into the business so we can learn together, they all making $500 to $2,000, and we all been here less than 60 days. We all been in the Tradera less than 2 months, and everybody's making either $6,000 extra a year to extra $24,000 a year residual income on top of their income for their job or their business, man. Put powerful in the chat, man, because everybody in my squad deserve a round of applause for that, man. I'm proud of y'all. Man, I'm saying when everybody came in, this is what happened. You know, you get that first 3, you get your free membership. Then, guys, you move up to 10, you get $125 a week. Last time I checked in the business, that's called a profit. If you pay $114 and you got $125 a week coming in, man, you up 3 times. Man, that's a blessing to be in, right? And your team just going, right? You don't have to bring in no more people. Your team gonna keep growing, right? You can't stop your team growing from 1,000 to 2,000. I hit 2,000 a month in 2 weeks, right? Then you keep going to 5,000. That's where I'm currently at now, right? I've been in the business 2 months. They're paying me $5,000 in income, guys, right? It's a beautiful situation. 10,000 in income, right? We got some people that went to 5,000 in 4 days. Got me feeling like a little ant out here, like, God, dog, somebody went to 5,000 in 4 days, right? But that's cool. You know what I mean? Because everybody got their own race. So you never compare yourself to other people's success or story, because everybody got their own life when they get to the business opportunity. But just be grateful that you took advantage of the opportunity, right? And you can make it happen for yourself. Everybody got their own race. Just get in position. I applaud anybody who get on a call day in, day out. I applaud anybody who refer somebody to the business opportunity. I applaud you for sticking and staying, not quitting, right? Because in order to be great, you got to keep working. So we got people making $100,000 a month. We got my partner, Dynamite Sloan, making $200,000. Guys, it's going to be crazy. A lot of y'all on this call, if y'all continue to stick and stay, you're going to be a legend. You're going to be an emperor. You're going to be a king or queen. You're going to be a prince or princess. You're going to hit duke or duchess, right? You're going to hit bishop. Like, you're going to hit the tiers. It's not if, it's just when. So we just got to stick and stay and play our part. And in each one of our communities, we just got to keep sharing the message and helping more people. I'll never get tired of telling the truth. Because every time I get on this call, all I'm doing is telling y'all the truth about money, business, and economics. I'll never get tired of repeating this message, because it's a message everybody needs to hear. Every company has structure. So if a person ever tells you, listen, that sounds like a pyramid to me. Okay, cool. So all we talking about is the company has structure. So I always ask a person when they say that to me, because they don't say it no more, because people kind of know how I'm in now. They don't even play that stuff with me. I got too much like mouth to be, you're not gonna say nothing crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So I ask them, what do you mean? Explain it. So you said it's like a pyramid. What's a pyramid? So I challenge their thought process, because you're saying something to me to be offensive or to be disrespectful just to see how I'm going to respond. So I'm not going to give you that, but I am going to ask you an intelligent question, and I'm going to ask you, so what is a pyramid? What do you mean? And I'm not going to say anything. Y'all need to start doing that. You all right? You need to start asking more questions. You always say amateur make statements, but professionals ask questions. Write that down. Amateurs make statements, right? But professionals ask questions. If a person gives you that ignorant statement about this sounds like a pyramid because you can enroll somebody and everybody can make money together, and they say that that's a pyramid as if it's negative, ask them the question, what do you mean by that? Can you please explain it? Are you talking about that thing where everybody at the top make all the money and the people at the bottom don't make any money? Or they'll make as much as money the people at the top? Are you talking about a business? Yeah, it's a business. That's what it is. Because last time I checked, a CEO, right, who owns the company, right, makes the most amount of money. The president make a little bit less. The vice president make a little less. Middleman make a little less. It's called salaries, right? So if you go work at McDonald's, yeah, you may make $10 an hour, right? And you're the closest person to the customer, so you're doing more work. But the CEO in the corporate office, right, make $200,000 a year. So you mean talk about the CEO makes more money than the person? Yeah, okay, that's called business, right? Well, in our business opportunity, the blessing of it is, doesn't matter who enrolls you or where you come in at, you can make as much money as anybody who came in. The people who came in 3 months before me in Tradera, that doesn't mean they have to make more money than me. That's a blessing. So you can make as much money as you want because Tradera's going to cut the check. Y'all need to really understand this. Tradera's going to cut the check based on qualification. So wherever you are, as long as you hit them tiers, they're going to cut the check. We can rank up every 7 days. And some companies, it take 30 days or 60 days for their income to change. So you could have done the work and you still don't get paid. And it's crazy to me how that can happen for us here in 7 days and people can complain. But it's crazy to me, you've been working at your job for a year and you ain't got a raise and you ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. People work these jobs and their rate don't change every week. You don't have an opportunity to make more money every week or every 2 weeks, right? Whatever. It's 30 days. You got to go through this little ugly evaluation, talking to a person who you don't like and they don't like you, and y'all sitting there eyeballing each other and they circling and checking and writing down comments and stuff that you don't even want to be there, right? And they just say, okay, you know, based on your performance out of 5, you was a 3.75 and you feel like you should got a 4, and so instead of you getting 50 cents, you get a quarter. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's bogus to me. Like, people work 12 months to get a quarter raise. Come on, man. How can you build generational wealth on 25 cent to 50 cent increases? Man, we got people in our business making 100% increases from $500 to $1,000, from $1,000 to $2,000, from 2,000 to 5, from 5,000 to 10, from 10 to 20, from 20 to 50. That's 150% increase. You understand what I'm saying? From 100,000 to 200,000 a month. Man, y'all not hear what I'm saying? From 200,000 to 500,000, that's another 150% increase. People working at these jobs, they get a 50-cent raise. How you gonna win like that? That system is not designed. You understand what I'm saying? For you to win with, you can't win with that. Man, I'm just trying to tell you some good news. You got to get yourself in position where you can build a business that's going to allow you to have some generational wealth that's built into it that you can pass on to your kids. You got some equity involved. Guys, that got some major increase. We get a pay raise every 7 days. You put in the work, it rises. And if it doesn't rise in that 7 days, if it take you 14 days or 30, whatever, as soon as you hit the criteria, you get a pay raise. I think that's powerful. Man, that's crazy. It got me fired up on that one. Check this out. So we're going to end this right here, guys. These are some people that's winning in the business, that's doing a great job. The Miss Megan Lynch, right, the twin of Miss Reagan Lynch that I just spoke about now, that $250,000 earner. Megan's at 100,000, right? Reagan's going to hit Empress here in just a little bit. We're proud of her. She's doing a great job, right? Arnold, right? Ray Arnold, 32 years old, right? He's on his way right now. Ray's almost built out to 200,000 right now. He got a little bit more work to do at 32 years old. Before he's 33, he'll be making $200,000 a month. Guy, that's flat out phenomenal. Been in the industry 5-6 years. He built the business right now, guys. Man, listen, if it took you 5 to 6 years to grind it out, I really want you to ask yourself this question. If it took you 5 to 6 years to grind it out, to get yourself in a position where you could be making $200,000 a month, would it be worth it? Put yes or no in the chat. Because that's what Ray did. Right? See, when we look at winning, but you got to understand the story. Everybody got a story before they started winning. Nobody started winning overnight. Everybody had to pay the price, right? So you got to be willing to do the same. Dominique Barr used to work at Hardee's. Come on, she's working Hardee's. She posted the picture the other day. Man, look at this deal. She was in a fast food restaurant, right, making a couple dollars an hour, serving, right, doing what she had to get done. She's making $200,000 a month now. $200,000 in her early 30s. Man, that's phenomenal to me. She can stand up on it. She her money taller than her. Dominique probably 5'2". You know what I'm saying? She can stack her money up and it's taller than what she is as a person. Man, amazing. Big heart, big leader. doing an amazing job. It's all about serving, y'all. You know, we got Selena Jackson, $50,000, right? Selena got a great story, right? My man Oscar, 50,000. A lot of people right here, 10 and 20,000. We got winning. Myself, Adrian Song right here, 60,000. Did that in 2 months in the business. Excited about that, right? A lot of people, man, and this slide is in here just for the people that say, hey, all that stuff sound good, Sloan, but is it really happening? See, this slide is only up for you people. It says really, and I'm gonna update this because I got some more money on here right now. That's some old money, right? We got some new money to put up there for you. I'm gonna show that to you, right? But I think the first 60 days is so important, right? Because you need to see how fast it can happen. So you need to understand that getting yourself in position with a company that can change your life quickly is important. See, some of y'all going through a struggle financially right now, and you need your money to change quickly. So I like to show my story, not to boast or brag, but to give some encouragement, so help to some people that's in a bad space financially, and you need your life to change very, very quickly. See, when I came in, I put my top 15 people in the call. I pretty much did a hyper launch before we had a name on it, right? That's why I was telling people, do a hyper launch, because this is what I did. I only can talk to you about what happened. I put 15 people on the call. We all got involved. And from there we grew, you know what I'm saying? From 15 to 25, went to Noble. The next week went to 1,000. The next week went to 2,000. 2 weeks later went to 5,000. Let me ask you a question. In 6 weeks, if you had an extra $5,000 a month coming into your household, would that be life-changing for you? Just put yes or no in the chat. Would that be life-changing for you? If we can show you a system, and in 6 weeks, you can have an extra $5,000 come into your household, in 6 weeks, would that be life-changing? See, my deal was 6 weeks and 5,000. You follow me? But at the end of the day, we got Reagan on here. 6 weeks for her was 20,000. Can you imagine the lifestyle change that was to go to 20,000 in 6 weeks? Right? My 5 made me feel good about my little self. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping about my little 5. You know what I'm saying? My 5 was good for me. So when I talked to Dre and I was talking about the business, I said, man, listen, we can make another 5, 10 grand, and I'm good with that. And I didn't even really understand the compensation program yet. But now that I saw the picture, man, we know we're going to go to legend, man. And as we continue to grow our business, we're going to go through the ranks. It's just as well as we mature in our business, get ready, right? That's all it is, guys. I like to show that so you see that it's possible. Some of y'all need to move quickly. So I'm telling you, got 2 ways to make money as we wrap this up. Number one, you can come and get a Forex education, right? If you think that's something that is worth your time, if you feel like getting an extra education is worth your time, then that's what we're here for. We are here to show you how to make money every day. We're also here to show you how to get a residual income where you can be in a position, guys, to take your life to another level where you can wake up every single Monday, right? You can wake up every single Monday and have a new check. You follow me? See, Monday used to be bad, right? But at the end of the day, Mondays can be great when you're in a position, right, where you can wake up and you got an extra check to pay the light bill before you go to work. You got an extra check to pay the car note. You got half of the rent already taken care of. You got half of the mortgage already done and you ain't went to work. See, that's what we talk about. We talking about using that third 8 to get rid of the first. We're using that third 8 to get rid of the job. 2 streams of income for 1 business opportunity, a 2-for-1 deal. See, all these is excuses. These are what people always say. I'm broke. I'm always at work. I don't got time. I can't see my kids. My girlfriend don't like me. My husband ready to leave me. The dog don't like me. Like, whatever. These are all excuses, right? People are angry, right? Most time when people broke, they're angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say you're hangry when you're hungry, and you just broke angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just broke and angry. You know what I'm saying? That if you start making some daggone money, you won't be so mad all the time. Like, a lot of times the situations that make you mad is stuff that's stressing you out financially. And if you can just solve them issues, you can put them fires out pretty quick. You can keep your tranquility. You can keep yourself at peace. We want to help you be at peace and stop and get out of this survival mode. We got to start talking legacy and stop talking survival. So if any of those things are reasons that you say that you cannot join our business opportunity, you know what I'm saying? I am here to tell you that you can, right? I see your comment. Yeah, broken, angry, like for real. Like people be like all upset about life. Just go make some daggone money. Like what I realized about life was I felt better when I started making more money. When I could make sure my mother was good. I remember I got into a situation where my thriving force, and everybody got something that's good for them. But one of the things that really motivated me, and I'm gonna close with this, is that in one of my previous business opportunities, right? When I first started, they were saying how hard and difficult it was going to be. But I'm just that type of person. If you tell me it could be hard, that's going to make me work hard. It's not going to deter me from not working. I just know as a trained champion, as a trained athlete, that means I have to work harder because losing is not a conversation. winning is not a topic. You see what I'm saying? Not losing is not a topic. I don't even think about losing. I'm thinking about what do we have to do to win. And so when I came inside the game, they told me that Sloan, a lot of people don't pass their Series 6, 63, 26, get the insurance license, you know, they first time. Most people fail the first time. I said, I'm not most people. And so I took that as a direct challenge that I had to study hard to get that done. And so one of the motivation factors was there was a contest coming up for Puerto Rico, right? The contest had started, it was a 6-month contest. And by the time I came into the company, the contest was already 3 months in. Diane's on the call. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. By the time I came into the contest, it was already 3 months left and 3 months gone. And I didn't even have my license yet. So by the time I got my license, I had like 2 months and a half to be able to compete, to be able to win this trip. So this is what I did. Sometimes you got to have a visual. I took 2 visuals, and I want y'all to write this down. Get you a visual. You need a visual to force you to win. See, sometimes you need something a little harder to make you push. I took the brochure from the company and I put it on my refrigerator. I put the brochure up there and I told my daughter, I told her, I made a commitment. I said, when I leave this house to go work the business, Daddy got to go to work. The only reason why I'm leaving is so I could take you there. And I would point to the refrigerator, and I remember that like yesterday, I would point to the refrigerator and I point to the picture. And I said, Daddy got to go to work so we can go there. Do you realize how much pressure that put on me to go to work? At that time, my daughter was like 5, 6 years old. And me letting her down was not an option. You see what I'm saying? So I set more, but they said 5 appointments, I was setting 10. They said you had to have 12 appointments set to get the date, the week started. I would have 25. Whatever they said, I did double. So what happened was I collapsed time frames and I was able to catch up, right? And I got myself in a position where I started walking everybody down. You follow me? The second visual I did was my mother. My mother had an old beat up Mazda, right? The car was so raggedy, y'all, she couldn't roll down the windows, right? She couldn't even go through the drive-through, but she could roll up the window, so she couldn't go through the drive-through to get the little wax, because stuff we take for granted. She couldn't even take a car through there and get the little car wash done without the water and suds and stuff coming in her car. So this is what I did. And sometimes you got to do this to make it real for you. I took a picture of her car and I put it inside my brochure pamphlet, right? My portfolio when I go see my clients. So I had one thing driving me when I was in the field working, and I had one thing that I left in my household, so my household knew what I was getting done when I was gone. So you got to make sure you got that balance. So I had that for me and had that for them. And I had 2 things holding me accountable to go win and not make excuses, right? And so what ended up happening of it was I caught up, you follow me? I ended up being number 1 in the contest. I started 2.5 months, 3 months later than everybody. And I didn't even have a license yet. And I ended up being number 1 in the contest, new license in Puerto Rico, right? I got the plaque, I got the 2 trophies. I was so broke when it came time to go, you know, book the flights to go, like, you know what I'm saying? I had the 2 tickets and me and my partner with, and I had like $2,000 saved up at that point. I'm like, God, thought I paid all these bills, I made this money, and I had my daughter sitting right there. And this is real talk. I had to make a decision to spend half of my $2,000 to get my daughter there. I told my partner, I told her mom, I said, you better pay for it. Like, do it. I'm going to turn my head, click it. Because the emotion in me was like, how we going to survive? I said, nah, you work hard for this. I paid the $1,000 for my daughter ticket to Puerto Rico. She was like, at that time, a young man had been like, she was like 5, 6 years old. Her first trip to Puerto Rico, she was 5, 6 years old. But I put myself in a position to put the pressure on me to make me uncomfortable to go win. So when I tell y'all these stories about my life, I'm giving you the real about as a leader. When I see my teammates going through the pressure of life, I understand it. You follow me? But at the end of the day, I still got to hold you accountable to win, right? I can't let you lose just because you in your feelings. You got to win regardless. So some of y'all in a tight place, but you got to go win regardless. This is a reason for you to go win. This is not a reason for you to make an excuse. This is a reason for you to go win. So when I put that picture up there and I had a picture of my mother car, when I won that contest, when I came back, I made a commitment and I quit my job. I let everything. I quit my job. You know what I'm saying? I quit my job. I made a commitment to my daughter. I got my daughter there. When I made some more money real quick so I could have some pocket change. You know what I'm saying? So when I get over there, I could feed her and her mom. You know what I'm saying? I made sure I had to put that together, right? I ain't want the lights to be cut off when I got back from Puerto Rico, right? So I took care of all I had to take care of, and then I had to take care of my mother. So what happened in the last part of the story, because I want to give you something to understand how real this business stuff can be and how your life can really change if you make a decision for it to change. For my mother, when her birthday came up, I took that same Honda, that was my motivation, and I saved them some money. I went to Greensboro and I bought a car, right? and I drove the car down. And so we went to go pick up a ticket to a Mexican restaurant, and we parked her car, right? And so we parked her old raggedy car that she couldn't roll up the windows at. We had it sit in the parking lot. And when we went inside the restaurant, I made it act like I had to go outside, right? And so I went outside and I drove her car off, the little raggedy one. I drove it off the car, at the parking lot from the Mexican restaurant. And I drove the new one in. I bought a Honda Accord. I bought it cash because I had worked hard. You know what I'm saying? First, I ain't have enough money to take my daughter where I said I was going to take her, but I took her. Then I didn't have enough money to feed my family. I had to work hard to go do that. Then my motivation was my mother, so I had to go make enough money to do what I wanted to do for her. That was driving me to win, was to make sure she was okay. So I drove the car, the new Honda Accord, nice green joint. I parked it, Hunter Green, parked it, and I came inside, right? So by the time we finished singing happy birthday and everything like that, by the time we walk outside, I said, Mom, we're going to see you later. We about to go. I got some business I got to take care of. I'm going to see you later, right? She said, okay. She said, where's my car? I said, it's over there somewhere. I'm not paying attention. It's over there somewhere, right? And then she said, where's the car? And I said, man, here go your keys. I'm going to see you later. He said, these ain't my keys. I said, ain't these your keys? And she was like, yeah. And she said, no, this ain't my keys. I said, hit the button, man. Find your car. And she hit the button. Boop, boop. And she looked to the side, and she see the Honda. She said, no, this not mine. Adriana, by this time, she jumping around and she laughing, she hollering, go get your car, me, go get your car, go get your car. She go over there, man, I'm gonna look at that car, and she busts out in tears, and she hugged my neck, and to me, that was the best feeling ever, because I paid the price up front and full with no discount. You understand what I'm saying? And so I believe if you're gonna be successful in business, it's not that it's gonna be easy, but you got to have something that's going to drive you to win regardless of how you feel, regardless of if things go right or go wrong, regardless of what's going on. You got to make a decision that you're going to win, and you're going to win on purpose. It's not going to be on accident. It's not going to be on haphazard. It ain't going to be because you stumbled up and you got a good opportunity. Nah, it's going to come because you wanted it to, right? So if we ended up in a circumstance in life that we didn't like, you know what I mean? And that's just circumstantial, that's temporary. But being poor is a decision that could be permanent. You feel me? And I just made a decision that no matter how I came up, no matter what happened, no matter how much the price of my family paid for me to become a better person, I was gonna pay the price to make their life better too. So I don't understand how a person can have 2 or 3 kids, you see what I'm saying? And then the parent get older and 2 or 3 kids can't get together to take care of one mom or one daddy. Like, I don't understand that, right? How we could be so selfish with our lives, and when we get older, we get opportunities. Do you realize some of the blessings that come to your life is for you to bless your family? It ain't for you. You got to go win big enough to take care of everybody. You understand what I'm saying? And so I always wanted to win big enough that my family would be okay. So money was never an issue. It wasn't about the money. It was about the solutions. Because I knew medicine was going to be necessary. Rent was going to have to be paid. Car was going to be done. I need to be big enough so I can handle the problems with a solution. So my question to you is, are you going to build something big enough to have a solution? Because a lot of people in your family too got a problem. So when you got an opportunity like today, when you got a Ferrari for income, that in 6 weeks you can go to 5,000, for 6 weeks you can go to 20,000 a month, and all you gotta do is commit and make a decision to go win. Why would you let that stop you from winning when you got people counting on you? You follow me? So that's what I recommend, and that's what I call to be a living legend. When you can do something that's significant, that's gonna make an impact for your family. It's not about the money, right? It's that moment, that impact that you make on your surrounding. Everybody around me gonna make 6 figures and above, period. I don't believe in being the only person in my circle making money. I believe everybody around me should be winning. And so until we get to that point, well, when that check hit the table, don't nobody flinch, nobody worry about it, everybody can take care of it. When we go to a place, no matter what the hole is, everybody can stay at the same hotel. We got more work to do, because I will not be the only person in my team winning when we got an opportunity like this, and all we got to do is put the work in, teammates. So get back with the person that invited you to this call. I just want to share a piece of my life with you, why I take this to be so serious. I told you longer today. But it was our last call. I'm only doing the calls Monday through Thursday. But I really wanted to share some with y'all to take you through the week, to take this opportunity serious. Get back with the person that invited you to the call, and let's make a decision, man, to take our lives to the next level. Because at the end of the day, whether we win or lose, it's going to be because we decided to. You know what I mean? And so this your boy Dynamite Sloan, man. Listen, you know my saying, I don't believe in being a dead legend, man. We believe in being a living legend so we can actually do what we need to get done so our friends and our family can look at us and know that we paid the price to take it to the next level, man. Take this opportunity serious and let's tear it up, man. All right, so we done. So y'all have a great weekend. Y'all, let's get back with the person. Listen, we got some more calls going on tomorrow, right? Get plugged in, get your business hyper launch. And like by the time we get back on this call on Monday, some of y'all should be at a free membership. Some of y'all should be at Night Noble. Let's rank up, man. Peace and blessings, man. Y'all enjoy your weekend. I appreciate y'all spending some time with me. Hope the talk tonight helped you out.